point runs out a fair ways here, Dave. Oh! Jesus. Right there. Right there.
How big was it?
40-ish, but feel like they can get 1 to 3 a day. He's like, they'd like to go head eagle for a week, but he's like, it's such a long trek to come up here, and if you get bad weather and go home with 1 or 2 fish,
I get it.
he's like, oh, there's one. It's a pike, I think. That's a little musky. Here, Ken.
What?
Keep fencing on them. Fucking anchor bogey? No, yeah. Run them up this way. Oh. Down.
Did it?
Yep. Hit the little anchor button on the trolling motor.
Yep. Perfect. All right, guys, special day. We got Kenzie eating popcorn. As you've seen, I hooked a fish way out from the boat on the brand new Shallow Pitbull from Musky Innovations and Team Rhino Outdoors.
Just did a video of that.
Yeah, we just did the video of it underwater, kind of compared it. And I just handed the rod off to Kenzie so she could feel it. I grabbed the net. So yeah, technically not her fish, but it's fun to include the kids in on it. So it's a smaller little one, but first one I've caught on the Shallow, which is really cool. And again, guys, Musky Innovations and Team Rhino knocked it out of the park with this lure. So as soon as Dave gets it unhooked, we'll have a little look at it here. All right, so there is the Shallow Pitbull. And guys, the little hole in the fin designates it as shallow. That's like a black gold. I don't know what the color is. Jeff Weedman sent it to me, but that's the first one I got on the Shallow.
That gold really pops too.
It does, yeah. It's very walleye-like in the water. We'll have a quick look at it. Like I say, it's not the hugest one, but fun just the same. Ready to grab the tail, Kens?
Yep.
So.
Grab the tail.
Haha, you're getting snotted.
It's gross.
All right, just a little 36-incher, but I did give it to Kenzie to kind of feel. Feels heavy, doesn't it?
Okay.
They always do. All right, let's get this one back and we'll carry on. So this point runs out a fair ways here, Dave. I'm going to run kind of out along it.
Leaper. You got a leaper.
Turn the music down, please. Okay, hit the spot lock, Kens.
Okay.
What else for you?
Yeah.
You go up with Uncle Dave, you can hold him again.
Ah, no, I don't want to hold. I'll record.
No, you can go hold the fish.
No.
Yeah, you hold him with Uncle Dave.
Gross and slimy.
No, you can get up there with Uncle Dave at least. All right, so we just pulled up on the spot and I was like, Dave, I got waypoints here and stuff. I'm like, me and Kyla caught a fish, and Dave's like, I got no recollection of anything.
I've never been here.
He's like, I never fished here. I'm like, okay, well, this point comes off, and actually this is gonna be a really cool spot to break down in the shop because it...
Glenn's like, this spine comes out quite a ways, so I bombed one away from shore, probably 50 feet.
Yeah.
And I got about 3 pumps to the reel, or what it seemed like, and it destroyed this little 9mm Dadson.
Yeah. So just knowing your spots, and I got this one auto charted obviously, and I got some waypoints on it, so I kind of know the layout of it. Like Dave said, it hit way out from the boat, up on top of that hump.
But I probably wouldn't have cast it out there without you having been here, because...
Yeah, it looks like you should cast shoreline there. But again, guys, knowing your areas and knowing how they break down. So Dave will grab the fish and Kenzie can just put the stick on it when you pick it up.
Alrighty then. Don't pole vault out of the boat.
Yeah.
And it does seem like the ones that are eating tonight, they're hitting pretty heavy, eh? Like this one had the whole treble all engulfed, same as the pit bull one.
Yep, when they want, they want.
Don't say that, Uncle Dave.
Pardon?
Don't say that. It's a bad word. We don't say bad words.
Dave's gonna get his hand bit off, is what he's gonna get. All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Put a little sticky poo on him.
Put the stick on him. Up, turn it towards me. 37.
Yeah, something like that.
37. All right.
Fish.
Jump back there with him. That's where he got hooked. Jump back there with him, Kens.
I'm gonna get him back in pretty soon.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, nice little fish.
Nice little fish, but again, guys, it's knowing your spots and breaking them down. Okay, let's get that one back.
Stinky.
Yep. Okay, buddy.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
There you go.
Soap, Uncle Dave? Yeah, you need
Nope.
the soap. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, here you go.
All right, guys, so we're 2 on the evening, and we're gonna keep going. We have moonrise and sunset a half hour apart a little bit later. So we're just gonna keep pounding spots. I think we're just gonna pull off of this spot. There may be more fish here, but because the fish seem to be active, we're gonna just continue to try and target active fish. We'll be back.
Mushy. It's like in between my fingers. It's gross.
What are you playing with, Kens?
Clay.
Where are we?
Clay beach.
Clay Beach. Don't swear.
I didn't.
She's swearing again, Dave.
No, I just said Clay beach.
She said son of a beach.
No.
Yokohama something. Oh, you got it, Dave.
Oh, you got a tube. I thought you still had that fucking ridley on.
No. Oh, he's still there. When it free spooled down, he actually picked it up on the down.
Oh, is that right?
I could feel it go.
Feel it go.
Never mind you. Kick you in the butt with a Buick.
No, what's it called?
That was more in the mid 40s range.
Back to all the fish.
Oh, Bass X bait caster rod that you let me use. That's a nice little rod.
Yeah, that one's pretty nice.
Yeah. Oh! Jesus! Right there.
Right there.
How big was it?
40-ish, but... Hello everyone, welcome back to another Little Tykes breakdown, and today's breakdown is brought to you by my buddy James Williams. Got to fish with him last year, him and his wife Karen, and had a great time. Hopefully in the future they'll be back up my way and we'll be able to share the boat together, but he's been a huge supporter of the channel. We talk away from the channel. I love having those kind of interactions with you guys. It makes us feel like we are actually doing the right things to try and help you guys, and that's what we're all about, is just trying to share whatever information we have, and hopefully it'll help you guys on your home waters try and catch more muskies. So James Williams, this one is for you. So the fish I hooked into and ultimately handed the rod off to Kenzie was caught just in a shallow area, exactly where you would use the Shallow Pitbull. Shallow rocks, shallow sand flats, shallow weeds, it's got a lot of action for me. I've only got a few in the boat on the shallow, but it's been moving a lot of fish. So I know it's a matter of time before we start putting more in the boat. And hopefully we'll have some more videos for you here coming up on the Shallow Pitbull. But today I want to talk about Dave's catch on a classic shield structure on some really shallow rocks. Looks like somebody took a you-know-what there.
A poop.
Yeah, like Shrek took a poop there. So like you guys heard in the video, I told Dave that this piece of structure runs off of the main point. And ironically enough, Dave hadn't fished this spot with me. I had probably fished it with Kyla and the kids, or with a guest, or with, you know, one of my other buddies, but I had it mapped out really good. And because we had this weird northeast wind, which is a strange wind for us here up on Shield Lakes, and I got this laid out basically exactly how we fish it, because we always fish port side of the boat. That's the way we have our camera set up. That's just the easiest way for us to fish. I see a lot of people that fish both sides of the boat. And while that works, it's very hard to be consistent on fishing spots when you just one side, one piece of structure, oh, I'm going to fish this side, the next piece I fish over here. It's hard to be consistent. For us, it really works well to fish out of the port side all the time. And just a quick caveat here, I don't usually like drifting downwind. I know a lot of guys like doing that because you save or conserve trolling motor power and you don't have to fight quite as hard going upwind, but it is very hard to control the boat when the wind's pushing you down. We didn't have much of a wind this day, but it was blowing down across a point like this. And you can see in the one part of the video, I kind of pan over and it looks just like a normal Shield Lake point. And unless you know this submerged point comes off, which auto charting helps immensely, side imaging, you can see that. And then for our case, we're using live scope to try and stay right on that break line. So I tell Dave to cast up, or I don't tell him to cast, but he's like, okay, well, I'm going to do that because this runs out. And most people, when they see a structure like this with lots of rocks visible along shore, they want to cast to all of these rocks and expect that the fish are going to be sitting in that 4 feet of water. And that does happen from time to time. You hear us talking so much about fishing deeper, that outer edge of that, so where it drops down to 12, 14 feet, where the boat was sitting was like in 20 plus feet of water. So again, we're not trying to hit that, but the whole part of this structure for me was that point coming out, trying to see if there was fish sitting shallow. And as I turned the boat and Dave cast right up probably to that between 4, 6, and 8 foot section of that, call it a reef, call it a submerged point, whatever you want. He got about 4 or 5 cranks into his retrieve, and that fish hit way out from the boat, jumped. And a spot like that, guys, you have to really map out, learn, and see how it sets out so that you can position your boat in the right spot. The most common way that people find that is that they run along here with the boat, just casting shoreline, and all of a sudden the boat is on top of that, and that's how you find a spot like that. And usually in that case, when your boat is right on top of it, you're not going to catch that fish that's right on top of it. You've probably spooked them off. So it's really important, guys, to, as you're coming up to spots like this or main lake points, use whatever electronics you have, whether it's even just simple 2D sonar. Look for any rises that you might start seeing. If you have side imaging, keep that, you know, in mind so you can see any structure that might come off ashore. Live scope's great for it because you can see that, you know, 75, 80 feet out. And use your electronics and try and map those areas out. For us, that's just super important. The mapping is huge, and using the mapping and knowing that I can keep my boat 50 to 70 feet away from that and our casts are going right up on top of it is key. So just such a key aspect of fishing deep shield lakes, guys. And when the fish are sitting shallow, like on areas like this, you can't spook them. You have to work your way in slowly. And if you do that, you guys will have more success. And again, just use all of your electronics at your disposal and use caution, I guess, is the easiest way to say it. When you're coming in on known spots, come in really slow and methodical. And spots like this, even though all this shoreline looks good, that right there is the spot on the spot. And for another video where we get a fish on the spot, check out this video right here. And for now, 54 Bus is out of here. We'll catch you guys out on the water later.